Assalamu alaikum curious minds, welcome back to the channel Hana Facts, the channel where we dive deep into a fascinating topics that make you think. I'm your host Hana and today we are unlocking the secrets of silence. Silence isn't just the absence of a sound, it's a powerful tool that can shape our interactions, decisions and even our success. In this video, we will explore the 12 secret advantages of embarrassing silence, and you might be surprised at how it can change your perspective on a communications. But before we get it started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you will never miss out the thought-provoking content. If you are ready to discover the hidden power of silence, let's jump right in. Whenever we face a problem, we have a choice. Do we speak out and express our intentions, or do we stay quiet and let others fill the silence? Even though we have the choices to speak or listen, most people automatically do one over the other. They have the choice to stay silent, but without thinking, they speak. For many of us, silence is a bad thing. It's awkward, dull, or uncomfortable. It represents the absence of stimuli, a void that needs to be filled. We rush to open our mouths, saying whatever is on your mind, if only to avoid those long, awkward pauses. While there's nothing fundamentally wrong with talking or expressing yourself, most of us don't realize how powerful silence can be. Consider the most influential people in history, from the greatest intellectuals to social and culture revolutionists. Many of them were quiet people who did not freely vocalize whatever was on their mind. Instead, they observed others carefully, listening, watching, and understanding how the world worked. Often, these people held their tongues until the perfect moment when the world needed to hear what they had to say. For these great people, silence is not the absence of a sound but a means of a learning, discovering, and challenging things most people never would. Silence can be powerful, persuasive, and inspiring, but only if you know when and how to use it. Think of a silence like a tool in your toolbox, much like the words we use to express our ideas. Words are unnecessary or unnecessary and influencing in some situation, but in other, silence is all you need. The challenge is not only identify those moments but also understand how to use that silence to your advantages. That's why in this video we are going to explore the many real life advantages of keeping your ideas to yourself. Silence may not always be comfortable, but it can help navigate conflicts, build relationships, and avoid common pitfalls. It can also protect you from bad decisions, develop your personal interest, and even change your mindsets. At the right moment, silence can be more powerful than you realize. So let's dive into the 12 secret advantages of keeping your mouth shut. Number 1. Diffusing anchors. Silence is a powerful negotiation tool. Let's say you are going back and forth with a salesperson on the price of a car. When you ask for a fair price, they give you a exorbitantly high number. Why? To create what is known as an anchor, a value against which we compare other offers. For example, if the anchor is $40,000, then $35,000 may seem reasonable, even if this price is still too high. Unless you want to overpay, you must diffuse that anchor before it's locked in place. How? By remaining silent, if he refuses to acknowledge an unreasonable anchor, it loses its power. Stay quiet, and you are almost guaranteed a more reasonable offer. Number two, an aura of mystery. When we talk, we give away our intentions. We let people know what it is we want and what we are thinking. On the other hand, silence shrouds our intentions in a mystery. It keeps people wondering what is on your mind or what will do next. This aura of mystery is powerful in many situations. It encourages people to connect with us by stimulating a sense of curiosity. It keeps our competitors on their toes, forcing them to question what we have up our sleeves. Whatever the context, don't always give yourselves away because staying silent usually work in your favor. Number 3, free observation. Talking requires a lot of energy and intention. We want to represent ourselves truthful, express ourselves carefully and present information in a way other people will understand. Doing all this demands serious concentration, so much so that we often miss signs and changes in our environment. Staying silent free your mind to be observe the silent free your mind of observes the people around you. Because you're not talking, you might notice things you never saw before. You may pick up body language cues and facial expression. You may recognize opportunities and patterns in your environment. All it takes a little silence to see the world more clearly. Number 4, wait for the flip. Silence can surprisingly persuasive if you use it at the right moment. Let's say you are asking someone for a favor, but they seems to be waffling back and forth. If this happens, all you need to do is stay silent. Instead of backing off, be quiet and wait for them to give a concentrate answer. Silence pressure people to make up their minds and provide a direct answer. Often people are unwilling to say no or turn down others down. So if you wait long enough, there's a good chance they will change their mind. Number 5, radiate power. The most power people use silence to their advantages every single day. While others talk to anyone who will listen, the most important people are often the least likely to speak. They stay quiet, waiting for the other people to come to them. By doing so, these important people radiate an aura of power and influence. Just by staying silent, people perceive them in an entirely different way. Number 6, eyes on the fire. Have you ever blurted out something you should haven't have? We all are prone of these kind of outbursts. When tension runs high, we let our emotions overwhelm us, leading to impulsive decisions that we often regret. But this is an easy way to avoid these short-sighted outbursts and maintain a sense of calm. The next time you find yourself in a heat situation, don't say a single word. Instead, be silent for at least for a 5 second. These moments of silence are like cold water poured on a hot flame. They dispel the tension and allow you to think more clearly and logically. Whenever extreme emotion take over, use silence of a keep your cool. The mirror principle. Many people rush to express their ideas, jumping at every opportunity to be heard. When other people talk, they hardly listen because they are always thinking about what they will say next. This is not only a bad habit but can also be detrimental to personal and professional relationships. Why? Because we like a people who take an interest in us. If you interrupt or talk over others, they will not feel heard or validated, making you seems like less likable. On the other hand, if you seem engaged and interested, they will feel better about themselves and reflect that interest back at you. This is where silence comes in handy. When someone finishes talking, um, don't rush to say something of your own. Instead, pause of a moment as if you are considering what they said. Anyone who talks to you will feel secure and supported, making them more supportive of you. Number 8. Share the spotlight. The most powerful people often aren't those standing in the spotlight. They are individuals on the sidelines, observing and understanding the world around them. When you are the center attention, everyone sees you, but you don't see everyone. On the other hand, if you direct the spotlight towards someone else, you see them without them seeing you. This can often be source of power, giving you the upper hand over others. Staying quiet allows you to learn about who they are without revealing too much about yourself. The better you know someone, the easier it to get what you want. Number 9. The power of disappointment. Silence carry a variety of a meaning. It can be tensed and stressful. It can be endeared and likable. But in the proper context, it can also communicate strong feeling of disappointment. Imagine you are the leader of a team. Let's say someone on your team has just made a mistake. Some people might criticizing the person or emphasizing the gravity of the failure, but this is more likely to make them feel small and insulted. Instead, staying quiet can deliver the strong message without hurting their ego. By choosing not to answer, you allow the other person to feel your regret and disappointment. You are depriving them criticize and validation, thus motivating them to improve next time. Number 10. Incisive Connections. Did you know that silence can make more intelligent? Let's say someone asks you a complex question. If you rush to answer, you may only skim the surface of their question, giving an answer that is shallow and transparent. What if you spent a few quiet moments proceeding and understanding instead? In this situation, like these, silence is an opportunity to make new connection and dig for a profound truth. By taking the time to the process, you can generate more insights ideas, which others will find admirable and impressive. Next is the art of the pause. The greatest speaker and the performers are use silence to drive home meaningful points. When they say something witty, they don't rush into the next sentence. Instead, they give their big ideas room to breathe. They pause, spending this audience in a silence so that we understand the gravity of what they are saying. You can use this same strategy when you talk, even if you are not giving a speech and performing in front of a crowd. Never rush through the important thing you have to say. Use moment of silence to create, emphasize and power, and people will start listening to you. 12th. Go to the balcony. When faced with a difficult decision, many people have a hard time seeing the bigger picture. They lose sight of their values and goal and make choices that feed impulsive desire to avoid this bad habit. Negotiator William O'Reilly recommended going to the balcony. In other words, when a decision arises, challenge yourself to pause and beat. In that moment, consider your situation from the different point of view. Step outside of yourself and think about how your action may reflect the greater direction of your life. Once you shift your perspective, the right decision may suddenly become clear. And that's the wrap of for the today exploration into the incredible world of silence. I hope you found these 12 secret advantages eye-opening and are ready to apply them in your own life. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give a big thumbs up and share it with your friends who might be just integrated by the power of a silence as you are. Let me know in the comment which secret advantages resonate with you the most. If there is specific topic you would like to cover in the future video, your feedback is invaluable. Before you go, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you are always in the loop of our upcoming dive into the fascinating realms of knowledge. Thanks for joining me here on Hana Facts. Until next time, stay gracious, stay silent when it counts. Keep exploring the extraordinary in ordinary.